We're live again.
Nice.
This time with the correct information. I'm sorry, I've spoiled the illusion that they're just dropping in on us
Well,
Still
by
on.
announcing that we were live again. Hello, everyone. I have no idea who's here. It hasn't even popped up on my phone that we're live yet. Oop, there we go.
Yeah, it takes a second.
My phone will probably die before we get to a break, but it's fine. How are ya? How's everyone doing?
good.
Hell yeah.
Pretty good.
You ready to get possessed? All of you?
I'm anti-possession. I'm coming out as not in favor.
Wow.
Wow,
I'm
that's
very
Wow,
brave.
hot take. Hot take right off the bat.
Yeah, I don't want to be possessed.
Okay.
that's so shocking and strange. I thought that was the point. Oh good, our bots are almost here. We've got one of them.
I like the idea that it takes like our bots are like, oh, gotta sign on to Bard News.
Yeah.
I'll be a minute late, everyone. Like,
Yeah.
Time to clock in.
I like that we have bots to scan for bots. Like that's kind of funny to me.
The
It
call is
feels-
coming from inside the house.
It feels very much like having to tell a robot that I'm not a robot.
Blade Runner.
Oh, I was referencing John Mulaney, but
As
Oh,
always,
I
Fran
was
re-
making another reference.
that's fair. I've not seen Blade Runner because I'm a little goblin who lives under a rock.
I mean, also, there's no need to have seen it.
Unless you're my partner, who very much is like, what do you mean you have not seen Blade Runner? We just haven't fixed it yet.
tracks.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think we'll go ahead and get started. Welcome, folks. Thanks for joining. There's like a handful of folks here now. The number never equates to the number of names I see in the list. So any number of you, thank you for joining. We are gonna play little Blades in the Dark tonight. We have a whole little list of some content warnings, things to be aware of. Blades in the Dark tends to get into some heavy and darker themes. So, with that being said, we have content warnings for murder, assassination, classism, religious trauma, addiction, cult like behaviors, theft of cultural artifacts, struggles related to being a refugee, death and dying, violence, and incarceration, as well as veils on sexual themes, body swapping and body horror, torture, prison violence, and both human sacrifice and animal sacrifice in ritualistic settings. It's a long list. But you know, we have fun here. And we're definitely not possessed. If you haven't had the
Like
wonderful-
definitely.
Yeah, like
Or-
definitely not possessed. Yeah.
Is that in
Okay.
writing?
Yeah,
Can
are
we
you
sign-
confirming?
Yes, I can confirm it is in writing that you are not
Okay.
possessed. I can't confirm if the writing is a lie or not.
Okay. Wow.
But if you've not had the wonderful opportunity of tuning into this game before, our lovely crew of hawkers here have done some work for a connection of theirs in retrieving a ritual book, an ancient ritual book that once belonged to the Deathland Scavengers. They have procured that book via devious means. by stealing it from the home of one of the officials of the Ministry of Preservation and simultaneously planting the seeds of a class war as they did attack a wealthier area of the city and some of our oops all nobles crew not actually all nobles, but have planted the seed that this was a targeted attack against the wealthy. Before they discovered an interesting item among that which they stole from the ministry's possession that appears to be a singular preserved eye. They turned over the book to their client, their employer, so to speak, and have since been moving about the city, spreading rumors, and catching wind of some rumors of their own, including a rumor about the wraiths who occupy the same territory as you all, having come across yet another interesting book. That they are looking to set up a sale with the Leviathan hunters should anyone have connection to them. And with that, we'll jump right on in. I think last we left off, you all were about to sort of reconvene after. I'm gonna retcon and say that like everything that happened during the last session probably happened over the course of like a day or two, like in the same way that a TV show sort of like pulls scenes from different days and into one episode. I think that's sort of the same vibe as last session. It was a few days.
And where did we like last leave?
I think we were at the Vale with Clem and Caspian, who had just learned of this book from Brill. Is that his name?
Yeah,
It was.
Fucking
Brill.
Brill. Yeah.
What has Elias been up to?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Doing a little bit, not really too much as far as any sort of movement. I mean, obviously, you'd probably go out, drink, do a couple of fun stuff here and there, but for the most part, probably just kind of keeping it very low key, not doing too much.
sure.
And so I guess we reconvene at base. In the lair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
We're
yeah,
in the-
definitely.
We're in the theater.
Awesome. Yes, you reconvene at your abandoned theater, which serves as your lair. Are you all meeting just sort of on the stage as you're wont to do?
Caspian will very bombastically announce as he walks in, I heard there was a massacre at the docks.
Oh, what? Massacre?
A massacre?
How many people is a massacre?
Well, she didn't say.
Oh,
She just
Well-
said massacre.
oh, because I know that there were some deaths, but there were only 3.
Oh, well, that's not a massacre.
I mean, maybe the bodies didn't make it to my friend.
I think a massacre is like at least 10.
Oh, I think if there were 10 bodies, I would know.
I think maybe
Sorry.
there was some exaggeration happening. Perhaps.
From the nobles at the tea? Surely not.
I know it's hard to believe.
Crazy concept here.
Mm.
Victor, when you get a moment, could you take a look at this? And then I'll just show you my very broken and bloody thumb.
Oh, what happened? T did this?
That would be quite the thing. No, it happened after tea.
Oh. Oh, okay.
I punched someone in the face.
Oh. That's different.
What do you mean that's different?
Good
You
on
don't-
you.
What'd you say?
Good on you.
Thank you.
Did they
It
deserve
seemed like
it?
he deserved it.
Oh,
Are we all here together?
he deserved it.
Or, like-
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus. All right.
Okay. Well, did you have your thumb under your other digits?
Yes.
Ooh.
Well, I can, based on, the fracture, don't do that.
Thank you. Yes, I know that now.
Okay. And drink a lot of water. I can start to wrap this up.
Okay.
Can I do my
Yeah. Go ahead.
I think it's a tinker check for me.
Yes. Yeah.
Um,
Do I have to set a position and effect for this, or no? It just determines how many ticks the
Yeah,
clock goes.
yeah.
Okay.
I got a 5.
Okay. I think that's. It's
doesn't-
in the.
Have on my.
It's in downtime
Oh
Yeah.
yes.
under
Oh.
recover.
Yeah. We'll see who gets there first.
I never know which one to open.
That is 2 segments.
Oh, okay. You beat me. Yes. So you heal 2.
2 segments of your progress clock. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Mel,
Oh.
what did Lord Skurlock have to say? And do you have the eye?
So this entire time, Mal was like taking pieces of bread and putting in his mouth, and when Cal passed that, he shoves even more, just like, and he's clearly not saying words.
Oh, you need a breath between food, Mal.
I'll wait until you're finished.
Is Mal choking?
I think there's something Mal doesn't want to tell us.
Where's the eye, Mal?
I take out the eye.
Okay.
For a second there, I thought something crazy may have happened, like you meeting up with somebody that may or may not have wanted to. You may have not wanted to have that interaction with.
And then he starts choking.
Oh,
Are you okay?
I walked in on my dad's fucking.
oh.
Oh.
You probably don't want to do that.
I don't even know what they look like, so you can't even know.
That's good. They have good physical chemistry.
Okay.
Victor.
What
Good. I mean,
Nope.
is that not healthy?
What did I just say? No speaking.
Oh, okay.
Could I speak about something that is not this?
I would like that.
Well, I have news for everyone about something that we might do next that might raise our status. The Wraiths are seeking a middleman to broker the sale of the book to the Leviathan Hunters. So if we were to meet someone in the Leviathan Hunters, it could be that we would be those ones, and perhaps we would
Oh God.
coexist more peacefully with the Wraiths in Night Market.
Do we have to?
Yes, we do actually. Caspian did sort of propose it as a thing that we could potentially do, but it is something that I'm going to do no matter what. So,
Oh yeah, Clem, who was that you punched?
his name is Brill. We used to work together. He's in our business as well. Another drug dealer.
Mm,
I don't remember the name of his group.
We do more than deal drugs.
well,
Well, yes, but Thank you for that, Victor.
So we should beat him to the punch, as it were.
Yes, that would be
The
he's
proverbial punch.
he just doesn't deserve it. He doesn't deserve any of it.
Mm.
I can see that.
And it absolutely has to be Leviathan Hunters. Like, there's no way we can.
What do you have something against the Leviathan Hunters?
It's more like I have some kind of connection
Oh,
that I don't want to use.
Oh.
Like what?
Remember the dads that I told you were fucking?
You could have easily you brought that one
Just
up
said your
yourself
dad,
time.
you know.
You could have just said, "Hey, you
Like
remember my
it's the
dad?"
same. Yes.
I vividly remember.
Victor!
Oh no.
Well, my dads are navigators and they get lots of Leviathan Hunters as clients who need their help, navigating and stuff. And I guess I could see, but we would have to, oh God, that's going to be a pain in the ass. I would just rather not have to use that connection, because then if word gets back to my parents about what I'm doing, then it's another can of worms.
we could find another connection. I'm sure we could ask around.
Sure.
Anya knows everybody.
We could also always have someone talk to your dads that's not you.
I was also going to suggest that, we could put you in a disguise. Nobody would have to know it was you.
You think my dads wouldn't be able to recognize me?
No, I don't know. I guess it depends on how distracted they might be with one another.
My dads know what I look like in disguise. I've tried doing this before.
Yeah,
Well,
but
then-
you haven't. I mean, I could help you disguise.
I guess. I just.
Well, we could ask around and see if we could find anyone else, and then we put Mal in a disguise.
Okay, last
that
resort.
could work. Yep.
Last resort.
Helen.
So what you're telling me is if I want to see Mal in disguise.
It's up to you, Brand.
Oh my.
I will also remind you that your dads are professors at the Duskfall Academy. So if you wanted to try to go the route of like asking for academia's sake to be connected with someone who is a Leviathan hunter, like that might be a more nonchalant way to go about it if you wanted to use that
It's
connection.
more like because the last thing Mel wants is for that Leviathan hunter to like rat him out as, by the way, your kid is actually doing this, like
Mm,
that sort of thing.
that's fair. That's fair. All right. Well,
Well, I can make somebody forget an interaction. Maybe.
Aren't
know.
those, like only for as long as until you meet that person again?
Yeah, well, we could just stay away.
Yeah, I guess in that case we could gather information, TM, to see if we could find a Leviathan hunter.
yeah.
Perhaps by going through Anya.
Yeah, let's check with Anya first.
I should also say that I've been doing some studying, and I think I know of a way to make our layer a little less attractive to spirits, like the ones that followed Mal.
That would be very good.
I mean, spirits don't always follow me. I was trying to do a thing and then it backfired, and that's why that happened.
Wait, but haven't you put like hundreds
32.
of spirits in bottles? Okay, 32.
32.
That also inspired my research. It'll involve breaking a few bottles around the place. There might be some spilled liquids, and but it's all purposeful.
Will you clean them up eventually?
No,
They have to stay like that forever?
I mean, maybe eventually I could find some ways to disguise it a little better, but I have to. There's a lot of substances that have to be, strewn about, and I mean, think about if you were a spirit, if you saw this place in such disorder, would you come?
I suppose that's true. I would not like
Wait.
to haunt a disorderly home.
How do you know
Sorry.
what ghosts like or even don't like?
For context, this is the ghost ward ability of the leech, which I get.
Amazing.
Wherein you know how to wreck an area with arcane substances and methods. So it is either anathema or enticing to spirits, your choice. So I would layer anathema to spirits.
That's wild.
I mean, this all tracks, but also Caspian is deeply unhappy that there's just gonna be stuff laying around.
Love
need
the
help in this?
idea that Victor has headcanoned this as ghosts don't like messy homes.
The substances have a lot to do with it as well, but I
Sure.
believe, just it probably adds to it. I also would know how to make spirits want our lair more.
No.
If we're feeling a little dangerous.
I mean, I'm down for either way. You tell me what you want to do, bud, and I'm with you. I'm here for the ride.
Elias is like, I want to punch some ghosts.
And I can do this on different places too, but I figured we would start with our lair.
Well, let's repel them for now, is what I would say.
Okay, I was hoping you'd say that. And Victor slams a flask he had in his hand on the stage.
Oh,
Amazing.
Oh, did you?
You have another
you
one?
have told us to step away first. Is it going to do anything to my clothes? Is it going to?
I've been learning. I listen to these monologues Caspian sometimes gives, and I really like the drama aspects of them.
Do you have another one?
Mm-hmm.
Can I toss it?
Mm-hmm.
no.
I'm gonna take it, and then I'm just gonna chunk it as far as I can from everybody, as it's takes maybe 2 seconds before we hear the loud crunch.
Yeah.
He starts
You-
mopping his brow frantically.
Better
with a
work.
handkerchief.
You throw it clear to the back of the theater, like all the way to the back row, and it smashes into the wall behind it.
And you wanted me to trust
Definitely
this guy
stains the wall.
with the bottle filled with a ghost. You wanted me to trust this guy with that.
Absolutely.
I wasn't going to break that one.
I'm starting to come around to your point of view, Malcriado.
Thank you.
Look, eventually I'll try to learn so that we can do this through just the use of some oils that we rub around the place. But for now, this is the only way I know how to do it.
It's for science.
Which, to be clear, I just decided as Alex that this is the only way.
I thought that scientists were supposed to be neat. And with that, Caspian is gonna go ask around about the Leviathan hunters. He does not want to be here anymore.
Mal is gonna go and follow
Caspian.
Yep.
Clem is going to turn to Victor and be like, as strange as this is, it is nice to see you excited about something.
I worked really hard studying it.
Could you just please find a way to make it less messy?
I'll research. I just thought this would be a little exciting,
Definitely is.
Thank you.
You have one fan, at least.
Wait, just Elias or you too?
No, I mean, a fan of the messiness. A fan of the messiness. I mean, you're so literal, Victor.
So you're not a fan of me for the messiness, nor for.
Oh, no, Victor.
Ooh,
Victor, that's not
ow.
at all what I'm saying. Victor, I'm a big fan. Thank you. My
Clem,
thumb.
don't forget you can make someone forget.
Okay, yeah. Wait, no, but then he's just gonna remember again when I see it. I don't want him to remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, can I just sway Victor to make sure that he knows that I like him?
Yeah, Victor, I think that means you get to set the position in effect.
Oh. This is what are the options for position again?
Position is desperate, risky, and controlled.
I feel like this is pretty controlled. And I
Okay.
think Victor is very easily swayable, so I think this would be like great effect.
Okay, well, I rolled a 3.
Oh no! You are not able to sway Victor, and let's see. I think you just sort of like do kind of exactly what you were already doing, and you like stumble over your words a bit, and Victor isn't very convinced, but also seems mostly fine.
I'll just put my hand on his shoulder and say thank you for my thumb already feels much better.
Oh, good. Don't use it too much.
So no more. I can't punch with it.
No, why would you punch with a broken?
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
But I can punch with this one, and then I'm just gonna walk away.
Are you
leaving?
Yeah, I'm following them. Let's go.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn over to Victor and be like, "Do you have any more of those bottles?
Uh-huh.
Let's smash some shit."
Okay.
Amazing. All right. While the two of you destroy your lair, the
Look, we
other
don't
three
dismantle anything. It's just a bunch of
yeah.
files being thrown
Yeah.
in random corners under
Well-
certain seats.
We'll clean up the broken glass so that way people can walk around without having to worry about it.
Just some glass should stay.
Look, yes, under the seats.
Caspian is weeping.
It's fine. All right. I think. Where are you headed to gather information?
Maybe
Anya?
the Centralia Club to meet Anya.
Okay. Yeah. That's in 6 Towers. You're not far from there. So you make it there in just a short walk, and you do find Anya sitting at the bar of the Centralia Club.
I pull the olives out of her martini and eat one.
She just laughs and says, "Caspian, it's been too long."
It's true. I have a favor to ask of you.
Oh, I suppose I owe you a favor.
And I was sitting like up on the bar, and I'll slide down into a stool next to her to be a little bit more discreet. Do you know any Leviathan hunters, or anybody who might be able to connect me with one?
I'm gonna leave it up to rolls today. Yeah. I think someone that I knew from school started working on one of their ships. I actually think they're a first mate or something now. They've really risen through the ranks. Why are you looking to make the acquaintance of a Leviathan hunter? Doesn't seem your usual crowd.
A little birdie told me that should we want to beat a different upstart crew to the punch in brokering a deal, it would be advantageous to know a Leviathan hunter.
Ooh, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
What's this deal? And she sort of like leans into you, and you know that Anya is a person who can't keep her mouth shut, and I just won't let you forget that.
Um, it's a little delicate right now, Anya, but I'll fill you in when we're finished.
Very mysterious.
Well, you know me.
Of course. Well, I'd be happy to arrange a meeting for you. I mean, they're usually at the docks, but I can send word if you're planning to head there.
Yes, my associates and I would love to make their acquaintance at their earliest convenience.
Sure. Yeah, let me send a cipher to the docks to see if they're at port right now or if they're due back in the next few days.
Cool.
What's the easiest way to reach you when I hear back? It shouldn't take too long. Should know by the end of the day.
Clementine, could she leave word with Clyra?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Wonderful. Well, then I suppose I'll go. That way I can send that message out.
Thank you, Anya.
Of course. Thank you. And she'll give like a goodbye handshake or hug or whatever to anyone in whatever way that they sort of approach her.
Caspian would kiss her cheek.
I think she does the like kiss
The
on
European
either
thing.
side. Yeah, of course. And then she'll go off to do her thing.
I think the entire time Mal was like just right on the other side of Cap, like close by watching them too. And I'm just like, y'all got a thing for each other, or what? I can't tell. The vibes are a bit weird.
That's the way that I like them. And I'll clap Mal on the shoulder and leave the Centralia Club.
Like, well, that's it. All right. We can fast forward to the evening unless there's anything else that you'd like to do. Victor and Elias, is there anything that you want to get up to after warding your lair from ghosts?
This was fun.
You'd be surprised how much destroying things like this can actually be a bit of a release.
Mm.
So,
I should say you should absolutely wash your hands afterwards.
is there a reason why?
Yes.
Could you elaborate?
Well, there's a lot of substances we were just throwing and breaking around.
If you say so.
I would go off to talk to people to find someone. I don't really know who I would go to. Do you have someone to talk to?
Not in particular. I'm actually probably gonna head back down into the gym area and do a little bit of training. I'm getting restless. It's been a little bit, and this was enough of a release that I should be okay. But I'm just going to continue working out for a bit. Maybe something comes up, but yeah,
Okay.
I'm be down there. Thank you, though.
Yeah, I feel bad that I had to kind of wreck this place. So I'm gonna try to do some research to see if there's some other ways. Maybe some perfumes or something that spirits really don't like.
If you can find a way to fuse something like that with maybe a pleasant smell for us that are living,
right.
maybe like lavender.
We could have a signature scent for our theater.
Yes.
Okay. Most of my scents are not very pleasant in my workshop, but maybe I can order some or something, some oils.
That'd be fantastic. And if you need somebody to help you out with that, I'm more than happy to help. I may look like a brute, don't get me wrong, but I do like some of the finer things. I may not be able to afford it, but snatching a couple things here and there, I do like a little bit of the finer things that I can get my hands on.
Oh, okay, that's good. That's good to know. I mean, I probably know what smells good. I mean,
If you need somebody to help run it by, just let me know.
okay, yes, peer review is very important.
I can
Um,
imagine.
okay, maybe I can. We sometimes use scents in some of the creams we sell. Maybe I can try putting that with some of. I'm gonna go to my workshop, but I'll be around here as always.
Okay, bud. Again, hit me up if you need anything. I'm more than happy to test anything you need to be tested
Okay.
out.
Okay, I will. Victor goes on his stage trap door and descends into his workshop.
I'm just gonna stand there as you do descend. I'm just gonna wave at you. Bye.
The commitment.
Commit to the bit.
Victor, is this something that you're actively working on now?
Yeah, I mean, I as Alex decided that this was how it was, but we can make our own progress clock on Victor coming up with a better way to wreck
Yes, I love that. I think how many segments? I feel like this is like a 6 maybe?
Sure.
Yeah.
This is my first progress clock.
How exciting.
Don't be too
And-
excited about that.
Well, mine won't release
Listen.
a bunch of ghosts on us.
To be fair, the progress clock against mouse spirit bottles is only against one spirit bottle.
That we
It's-
know
Too
of.
many.
Specifically worded that only one turns up.
Mhm.
Mm,
Still not loving that.
a 32 segment clock, one.
Well, then you would have already found one or two, or I'm just kidding. Also, I would never draw a 32 segmented progress clock. Victor, go ahead and give me a roll if you want to start working on that now. I think things like study and tinker make sense to me, but you
Yeah.
can tell me which one you're doing.
Yeah, I'll do study.
Cool.
I got a 5.
Okay. That I believe is I'm trying to remember how I've been doing my progress clocks like this. I think that's 2.
Yeah, I feel like that
Yeah.
was 2.
That makes sense to me.
Cool.
Hell
Party.
yeah. Party. Oh, I guess if I would have remembered to set the position in effect, that's what actually tells me, and that's why I couldn't remember. But it's fine. 2 makes sense.
Great.
All right. If no one else has any business before the evening, I think we can jump to the Vale. Would you all have grabbed Elias and Victor from the lair and you're all together again? Okay, cool. Awesome. So you arrive at the Vale. At this point in the evening, it's pretty busy. And Clyra does appear to once again be the only sort of bartender. But she's making it work. And for the most part, people seem like to be happy and having a good time, and they're not giving her a hard time at all. Clem, I think she sort of like sees you first and waves you all over.
Hello, hello.
Hello. It's not too often I have a mail delivered here for folks.
Well, I figured you wouldn't mind.
And she like pulls a envelope from her pocket and sort of like flicks it around in her hand a bit. And it's like, what's so special? And like acting like she's not gonna give it to you.
Do you really want to know?
That's assuming I haven't already read it, and she hands it over.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Anytime. I presume you read the note.
Yeah. No, I'll just put it in my pocket.
The note says that I have to find this person's name. Yeah, that's right. Cross Hells.
Cross Hells?
Yes.
What a name.
It's a name that I rolled for, and I said that's perfect. Cross Hells is due back to the docks in the morning, and should be available come like mid morning for a chat. And at the end of the note, it says, "Be sure to get there first."
We
We
camping
better
out.
go now.
We're camping out tonight.
Are you sure we can't just get up really early?
Oh yes, there were also a bunch of murders around the dock, weren't there?
A whole massacre.
Just 3, you said, Victor.
Well, I mean, you never know.
Was that a threat? Why did that read as a threat?
Oh, I don't know. I guess I mean, that'd be a lot of. No, it was just 3.
Okay.
Well,
You have potential, bud. You have potential, and I appreciate you for it.
Oh, good.
I have what might be a brutish suggestion.
What is it?
Well, if your former colleague is our competition, what say we not ensure that he will not make it to this meeting before we do?
Yeah, why don't we just kill him?
Well, that's not exactly what I meant, but
Is that not where we were going with this?
Well,
I
was
meant, like,
thinking of like
distract.
an alarm clock.
Oh, okay. So we're not. Okay,
Um,
fine.
do you want to murder this person?
I mean, I have no qualms for or against their lives. Like
I meant like
whatever.
tie him to a chair, or
And then
make him get lost, or
oh, okay.
Mhm.
sabotage his alarm clock.
Smother him with the pillow.
That would be as we said. I think we'll put it in the last resort category alongside disguising you.
Okay, so murder is also in the same category as disguising me. Cool.
Murder and disguises are our last resorts, unless of course Clementine wants to put on a disguise, which I know she's fond of.
It's true, I do. Disguise is never my final category. I like this idea. I fucking hate him, and I wish he was dead. But no, I would rather do something that would humiliate him. Listen, I need him to know that I took this from him. So I need him alive.
I have slumber essence.
Okay.
What is that exactly?
I suspect it puts people to sleep, but I'll take all of it.
I believe you're
the
correct.
essence of slumber.
Something tells me. A dose of slumber essence is sufficient to put someone to sleep for an hour.
Oh, an hour's a long time.
Does he take?
him to sleep forever?
Why
do you want to kill him so bad?
I mean, I don't want to kill him so bad. I just feel like it's easiest than to have these convoluted plans where, like before, you guys were like, let's just like sneak into the building. It's a much easier to sneak into a building if a different building was being demolished. And that's what we did last time, and it worked perfectly fine. Why can't we just go the easy route now?
Let me see what I have in my bag.
Mhm.
Oh, I've got trance powder.
Ooh.
It induces an altered mental state. The victim of this powder is not fully unconscious, but rather retreats into a calm, suggestive mental state, similar to hypnotism.
So perhaps we put him in a trance and set him loose in, I don't know, some square somewhere.
Yes. Mhm.
Or something.
I could try to lock him in his own home.
Do you have like a way you can do that?
I don't know. I can play around with locks.
Like stuff something in the lock?
I mean, I would probably have to like dismantle it while he's sleeping. I mean, it would take a while, but it'd be pretty funny.
Hmm.
So I suppose what we could strategize further, but do we all feel okay about trying to take this game piece off the board? Metaphorically, not literally. Perhaps
what-
literally, if it comes to it.
What about the others that work for him?
I mean, if he's as much of a dick as you say he is, I can't imagine they're gonna miss him too much.
Well, we're not talking about murder. Again, we're not talking about murder.
I would have to imagine that if we do something that caused him to humiliate himself enough, then it should be able to be enough that may discredit him within his organization. I assume so.
Oh, brilliant
So-
point, Elias.
That is so much work.
You know, two of us are also very good at spreading rumors. We could also try something like that in terms of maybe misguiding the information about, when this person, Cross Hells, will be at the docks, something.
Ooh, well, that's an excellent idea, and then lead him into some kind of trap that we've set that will be very embarrassing.
Just
Oh,
as embarrassing as we can get it.
okay.
What do you think would embarrass him, Clementine?
That's a good question.
Mm.
What's embarrassing?
This is
Yeah,
where
what is embarrassing?
Mm.
Has anyone here ever felt embarrassed?
Caspian's like, I've never felt that way in my life.
Can't relate. Maybe he trips over a fruit cart or gets paint all over himself or something.
I never once felt embarrassed, have
Victor,
you?
do you know what it's like to feel embarrassed?
I don't know if Victor feels embarrassment.
I don't think
I'm
any
just
of us
thinking
do.
about I'm just thinking about asking if what's his face lives at the train.
Oh,
Ember
yes.
lives at the train station.
Yes. I think Victor relates that to feeling awkward and
Yeah.
yeah. Does he have a lover?
I wouldn't know.
What about parents? Parents are pretty embarrassing.
Yeah, like who can we embarrass him in front of?
Well, that does make things more complicated.
I mean,
If we
his
have to-
crew. I mean, if we were to like embarrass him in front of his crew, his standing is everything.
We could have someone disguise themselves as Cross Hells, and then, haha, joke's on you, Clementine was here.
Just write it in the dirt.
Clementine, it could be you who disguises yourself as Cross Hells.
Okay, but doesn't that just earn us an enemy for life instead of, making sure that can't happen?
I
To be
think
fair, it seemed like Brill was already an enemy.
He's
of at
already
least
an enemy.
Clementine.
Yes.
yeah, I think that's just going to be an effect regardless.
I think this is complicated, to Mal's point, but I also think it could be very funny.
We're also supposed to meet this person tomorrow morning.
Mhm.
That's not a lot of time.
So we could. Do you know where Brill hangs out?
I must, yes.
Oh yeah, yeah. Uh, yeah. Let me do a little. You know.
I
Or in the area.
Yes.
I have an idea. If we can find him, and I can, convince him, like, kind of like casually drop new information about this book on the other side of the city, that they need to meet at the other side of the city, and like use this powder, like put him in like a state where he's like, I'm doing this, and then like send them off in that direction away from us.
That's very smart.
fun, actually.
That's good.
Very simple.
I mean, I
Okay.
want to embarrass him, but I think we'll still be able to do that.
We have time to embarrass.
I mean,
Yeah.
as long
Yeah.
as he's alive, I guess.
If things go south, you could kill him, but only if they go south.
Mal, I
Oh,
never
he-
knew you were so bloodthirsty.
I'm not. I just want this.
You-
I wanted to get to the thing that we have to get to as
He's
quickly
pragmatic.
as possible. Exactly. It's just
Mal, it is okay to accept this part of yourself. I have. The sooner you do, the better you will feel.
Elias. I still have bombs, and I will set them off in your room.
There you go. See,
Oh.
accept that part of you, and you will feel so much better. I'm not the one that has introduced murder into this. I just want it to be known. It is the noble with the dads that was the first one to offer murder.
Mal's not a noble.
I just see everybody else that as nobles in my book. You all have more money than me. I just like noble.
Victor's like, what? I also know Coleridge pretty well.
So perhaps
do-
Victor and Clementine could go and plant this seed, as it were, with Brill.
Wonderful.
Yes, let's do it.
Yeah. I think it takes maybe about well, it depends on how you want to get there.
What's the transportation like?
Take the
Public
metro.
transportation.
There is public transportation in Duskfall in the form of gondoliers. Well, gondolas that are
Operated
People.
by gondoliers.
The gondoliers actually stopped using gondolas years ago, and they just carry people around. No, there are gondolas, which you could take, and by that method, it would be about like 45 minutes to an hour. On foot, it would be closer to like 2 hours to get all the way over there.
Wait, we could take a gondola. Is it free?
No, but like I think it doesn't cost much. It's
Okay.
like
We
not
don't
even
have
a
to
whole
use a
coin.
coin.
Yeah, no, like especially since you're splitting the fare, like it's insurmountable, but it's not free.
Right. As long as we don't have to deduct a coin.
No, you don't have to. That's the only thing that I don't like about the money system
Right.
is that I'm like, for something like this, like, no, it's not an entire coin stack.
Yeah.
But like, but yeah, you could do that. Okay, so is it just Clem and Victor?
What a pair.
What a pair. Okay.
Do go south, and then I get to murder Brill.
Wait, you want to come so that you can potentially murder Brill?
Well, it's like they said, if things go south,
Oh, that's
you
true.
murder Brill. So I'm going to make sure things go according to plan. Otherwise, I will just murder Brill.
Okay. Sounds great.
I'm going to make sure that things go south. So
So that I can murder Brill.
Efficiency, do you not understand?
Accept that side of you.
Come for you.
Do
Sleep, Elias.
don't
I
threaten
will-
me with a good time. Do you and get that bloodthirsty rage going.
Oh my god.
I do just feel the need to remind everyone that death does equal potential attraction of the spirit wardens because ghosts are bad.
Yes, death is not death.
ghosts
Death
are
is
bad, okay?
not just death. But that being said, the three of you can hop in a gondola, and you make your way there. As you arrive in Coleridge, the air is thick with smoke, as you would expect, and you make your way.
Before we get there, I'll
Yeah.
like talk to Mal and Victor and say, I think it's best at the start if we don't associate with each other in there. Let me approach him, see if I can get him alone first. It's part of my plan, but be nearby, keep an eye. But
Sure.
we don't know each other for now.
I've been asked to do such a thing before.
You
Um,
have.
Also, while we're in the gondola, I think Mal would be like kind of like half like leaning over and like just kind of like watching the water go by, but also still thinking so heavily on like the face that he saw in the thing that I think I want it to trigger Ghost Mind in that, like just because he's so focused on like what is that face and who is this person.
Okay.
I want to get to the end of this progress clock. I have had this stuck here for like a month now. I want it to keep going.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
what would gather?
Go ahead. Yeah, I think this sounds like an attune role as far as trying to like
Oh, right.
look into the ghost field, and this feels controlled but a limited effect, since
Right.
like you're not really basing off any information, you're just sort of like hoping for a luck here.
Right. Okay. So
Uh,
2 on that. The highest one I got is a 6.
Hell yeah. Let me find the page, because I need a reference.
I need to get to the end of this progress clock before we release the ghost from a bottle. I will not forgive myself if the ghost from the bottle thing happens first.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah. So you tick your clock forward one more tick.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me what you're at now.
I'm at 4.
Out of
8. 4
out of 8. Okay, cool. You you see this person the same way you did before, this sort of like older, heavily wrinkled face with the gray hair that seems to be wearing like a hooded cloak. But you see that they look different from the last time that you sort of like peered in and came across them looking in on you.
How do they look different?
You notice that they are writing something down.
Can I see what they're writing?
You can make another roll to sort of like press on. And I have a devil's bargain.
Wait, so do I get to roll or make the devil's bargain?
You get to, so the devil's bargain will add a dice to your dice pool, so you'll have more chances of a success, but it does come at a cost. The cost being that this would cost well, I guess one stress is already like to push yourself, so that's kind of boring. But so maybe it's not stress. Maybe it would sort of like drain you. You'd take level 1 harm. You'd be a little bit mentally drained, but have a better chance at. You don't have to take it. You could also just take stress and push yourself if you wanted to have a bigger dice pool as well.
I'll take the stress instead, if that's possible.
Okay. And this will be, I think this moves into risky, but with a standard effect.
I got 5.
Okay. I flipped pages back and I lost my place. Let's see here. Okay. You are unaware of any sort of consequence that this may have,
Okay.
but you take your clock forward 2 more clicks or 2 more ticks, and you get a glimpse of the piece of paper just before the like your ability to see it ends, and you swear it looks like your dad's address.
Yeah, I don't love that. Definitely don't love that. Great. Okay, now I gotta convince my dads to move or some shit. Okay, I think when I come out of it, I kind of like sit up, like jolting. And then I look to the others and I'm just like, oh, we're here now, right? All right, cool. And then I like slowly get up out of the boat, out of the gondola. No,
Amazing.
that's not what I saw. That's not suspicious.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Okay. So you you make it, and I think the gondola drops you off sort of very close to Brixton, and you start to weave your way through the streets. And it is pretty difficult to see here, not only from the perpetual darkness, but the addition of the dense black smoke from the factories and coal processing that's going on around you. But you find your way to Brill's home, where it does appear that there are some like candles and lanterns like lit inside, and you see a few like figures there with Brill, or well, you assume that Brill is one of them, but you see that there are a few figures there.
Okay. Have you guys stay behind, and I'll approach confidently,
Of course.
but not like aggressive, like threatening, like
Yeah.
a little more open.
Okay.
than the last time I approached him.
Sure. Are you knocking on the door or are you just walking in?
I'll knock on the door.
Okay. After a few moments, Brill does come to the door, and at first they open it sort of not excitedly, but like it's clear they thought you were someone else. And say, "What do you want?"
Listen, I come in peace.
Hmm.
I come. I'm a little. You know how hard this is for me to say. I'm a little ashamed of how I behaved, and I want to talk to him.
You want to talk to me?
Oh, it's you?
Yeah, I'm
Sorry.
Brill.
I thought it was somebody else.
No worries. All of
Privately,
what you said, but yeah.
if possible.
Apologies never were your thing. Sure, yeah.
You know me. I have my own way of apologizing.
What is Clem's way of apologizing?
None of your business.
Yeah, that sounds spicy. Brill lets you in, closes the door behind you, and just says, "You know the way."
Okay. I'll walk back to his office, whatever, his little man cave.
Yeah, you do, and he joins you and closes the door, and like his friends, his little goons that are there, just sort of like laugh it up, and like they probably make some like stupid jokes like boys do, and then like mostly make fun of him
Mhm.
for like essentially they're joking that you guys are getting back together again.
Mhm.
And then but they let you go on, and you two are alone in Brill's office.
Do you have anything to drink?
Always. And he pulls out a bottle of whiskey and pours each of you a small glass.
Great. I'll a little cheers and say, need it for this.
Oh, that looks bad. You really messed up, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah,
at least you'll have something to think of me for a little while.
it's true. You were always good at doing that.
At breaking your hand.
No, at leaving yourself in my thoughts.
Ah.
Little reminders.
So is that why you're here?
Yes and no. Okay, yes, that's why I'm here. It's infuriating to have to admit that to you, but here I am.
It's good to have you here.
I don't
Hey,
know.
Yeah. Sorry, I was just gonna. We just got a new product, and I was wondering if you wanted to try some.
Oh, what is it?
It's a. Listen, Brand doesn't know.
I know. I'm also just stalling for time.
It's drugs.
It's drugs. It's probably like some sort of like tincture made from like magic mushrooms or something.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Sure. You're just gonna have some now?
No, I won't have some.
Oh,
No.
okay. All right.
I would like to pretend. Like, is he taking some? Is it like an offer of like, hey, let's take a little of these drugs together?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay, because I want to take it, but I want to pretend like I've done the drugs.
Okay, so you're trying to like sort of bluff here.
Like, yeah, like sleight of hand type
Okay.
behavior.
Okay. That sounds like a roll.
Yeah, like finesse maybe.
I think that makes sense to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um.
Oh boy.
Yeah. This is risky and standard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I rolled a 6.
Okay. Yeah. You you manage to take the dropper and sort of disguise
Maybe I
like
I kind of like drop it onto my shirt, like my sleeve instead,
Yeah.
like
yeah.
in a way that okay.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think what happens is like Brill also takes his little dose first, and so he's sort of like you know how like after I don't know that anyone here has taken a tincture before, but they like taste kind of awful because alcohol, like it's made using grain alcohol. And so he's sort of like recovering from that, and like that helps miss you sort of faking it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and then I want to like see. I'm just gonna like pretend like we're having a really good time together, like really
Yeah.
flirty, and then like just see like how his like state progresses, like how his
Yeah.
behavior, and I'm gonna try to like match that behavior so he thinks that I'm like high with him.
Yeah. I think it very quickly turns into the sort of like mellowed out, like laying on the floor and like trying to like describe the like colors or something that he's seeing. Like it's very like it's clear that this is meant to be like some sort of like hallucinogenic based on the way that he is sort of like describing what's going on around him and like the way that the light is bouncing off the walls and things like that.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and so like we'll do that for a little while, and then like at some point I'll be like, wait, how long have I been here? Sorry, I have to get to night market.
Oh,
Sorry, did I
are
just
you
say that out loud?
going to be okay to get to night market alone? That's pretty far.
Well, I just have to get there by the morning. So how long has it been?
And he starts to like look around and he's like well I don't know. I wasn't keeping track. Should I have been keeping track? And he starts to like freak out a little bit.
And then like I kind of just like mumble a few things and say like Leviathan, like just like a few like words like associated with this like book and the drop, so that he like starts to pick up the like that's why I need to get to night market.
Oh, are you trying to get in on that deal?
Well, yeah, but now you know. Oh, shit.
Well, I mean, wait. In night market?
Yeah.
You're going to night market to meet with Leviathan hunters? That's wild.
Yeah.
Where do they hang out in night market?
Well, somewhere along the river. Man, I wasn't supposed to tell you any of this. Gosh, you always do this to me.
Brill looks very pleased with himself.
They last minute, decided that they were just gonna go down the Dusk River and have their meeting in night market instead. Someplace there that I surely have the name of in my head.
That makes sense.
Right? Oh fuck, my associates are gonna kill me. You can't tell anyone I said this.
No. I mean, yeah, you're good. You're good. Are you going now? Do you need help? I can walk you
No,
there.
you know what? I no, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I have to go try to smooth things over. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I told you. Ugh. I have to. I have to. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. You know me.
Okay.
I can handle my stuff.
Yeah, you're just like, we just did these drugs though. Like,
Yeah. Well, yeah. You know me. I'm like
yeah.
usually at my peak. You know, when I'm doing the
True. Yeah, you're pretty cool when you're
drugs. When I'm doing the drugs, is pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um. So yeah, let me see. Hold on. I just want to see if I want to. I guess I don't even need to use my trans powders. He seems convinced, right?
Yeah, he seems convinced that you are going to night market to meet with a Leviathan hunter.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm not meeting them till morning, so.
Oh, do you need a place to crash?
Um. Maybe for a little bit. Sure.
Okay. Well, I mean, I don't want to like make you uncomfortable, so if you wanted to sleep upstairs, that's fine, and I can just sleep down here.
Yeah, that's. I don't want to. I don't want to rush into anything again. You know.
Yeah. Plus, like the guys would definitely say something, so, and I don't want to deal with that because, like, things always go south, and if they did again, that'd be pretty embarrassing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I should go lay down.
Yeah. You know where everything is.
Yeah. Well, this was nice.
Yeah. Okay. I'll see you soon.
Yeah. I'll see you soon. And then I'll leave. I'll go upstairs, but
I
I want to
think
try to
Brill
sleep
has been
right
laying on the floor this whole time.
away. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll leave and like
Mhm.
pretend like I'm going upstairs, and then actually just leave the house.
Okay. Are you
like-
trying to sneak out or
Yes, I want to sneak out. So if
Okay.
the guys are there, then I guess I'll go upstairs and I'll try to sneak out the window. I don't know.
Yeah. You can do so. Do you have any climbing gear?
Oh God, probably not. So that's probably not a good idea. No, I only have fine.
Okay.
I only have fine things. Well, my fine
I
loaded.
do have a
dice
broken
work,
thumb.
and I have a broken thumb.
Listen, that part doesn't matter. All right. Well, I think
Well, you
okay,
know
I
what?
think you've
No,
got some options.
I think okay. I think yes. Okay, give me my options because
Yeah, I
have
think
another thought.
because I mean, you could try to sneak past the guys first and foremost. It'd be a little tricky. I think that that would probably be desperate. But you could try to sneak past the guys. You could also like it's pretty late. You could wait and like see if they fall asleep or something like that, and then just leave.
How many guys are there?
There's 3.
So I'm wondering, like, if I can, like, I could use my trans powder on them. I guess.
Yeah.
Well, so I think I will try to like sneak out, and if they see me, then I'll try to like do some mesmerism on them, so they like
Okay.
forget that I was there for a second.
Okay. Sure. Do you also have do you have a thing for sneaking? No, that's someone else.
No, I don't think any of us can sneak.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, go ahead and give me a prowl. I think this is desperate and standard effect.
Fuck yeah, 6.
Okay, yeah. You are able to just sneak past the guys, and you click the door shut, and it's a little louder than you wish you were, but you kind of pause for a second, and it doesn't seem like anyone's noticed. Over the volume of their own conversation, you sneak back down and meet your friends.
Okay. All right. I think I did it. I don't.
Oh,
How long was I in there?
uh,
Actually, I would know because I'm not high on drugs.
It's
not,
true.
not terribly long, I don't think.
Mal is already lost, is like kind of lost in thought.
Were Mal and Victor just sitting in silence?
My God, I love that.
Cloudy day.
Okay. I sent them to night market. I dropped the message, so hopefully
Oh, how'd
it
you do it?
remembers. It's not important how it was done. It is done.
Okay.
Sure. Is that a weird vibe? Sure, I'll let that one go.
Please do. Okay, let's go. I
You
need
know,
to get out of here.
you know I live around here.
Really?
Did I never say that?
No, I guess I never thought about where you lived, Victor. I thought that you just lived in your lab. I'm sorry.
There's not a bed down there.
I know, but I thought maybe you didn't use a bed.
Why would I not use a bed?
I don't know. I don't know.
I assume you slept under your desk, honestly.
Well, I appreciate sleeping on a nice cot.
It's yes. Cots are better than the floor.
Mm.
Are you sure you don't sleep on the floor? You're always slouching. I assume that you don't have like back support.
Oh, I just have very poor posture.
Okay. Maybe you should get a new bed then, because it's clearly not doing you any favors.
Yeah, I mean it's not a great cot.
Well, do you live alone?
Oh no, I live with my mother.
You have a
Oh.
mom?
What? Why would I not have a
Every-
mom?
I kind of assumed you like lived with a family of rats or something. I don't know.
Why would I live with rats, Mal?
I don't know, okay? You're always dressed in black. I thought it was to hide like stains and the fact that you wear clothes often. It was an assumption I made. I'm sorry.
No, I do not live with rats. My mother is actually a bit of a gardener.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Oh.
that's also not something I would expect of your mom. You know what? I'm gonna stop with the assumptions I've made because it's not gonna get better from here on out.
It's very interesting hearing what people think about me.
That's I think it's very sweet that
That
you
I have
live
a
with your
mother?
mother. Well, of course, yes. It's
Do you have a mother?
yes. I mean, I used to. I mean, she's dead.
Oh,
It's okay. It happened a long time ago. It's fine.
okay.
I didn't really know her that well, so it didn't. It's yeah.
We are getting very emotional here. We should move on.
Okay. Yes.
I imagine all of this was happening as you moved away from Brill's home. and-
Probably on a romantic gondola.
And with that, I think we'll take our break. We will be back in, we'll call it 12 minutes because I like a nice even number. So we'll be back around 8:40, and we'll see you all then. part. We're back. Hello, everyone. Thanks for sticking around. All right. So, before our break, we learned some valuable information, or perhaps placed some invaluable information in someone else's mind. And now you are all together again. And I think we'll go ahead and jump into a score, perhaps. A social, I think, unless you all have arguments towards something else. Score, I
I
think.
think social makes
I
sense.
think someone would argue for a murder score, but
It's called efficiency. God.
Efficient murder.
Do you want to just murder Cross Hells?
No. I just thought, it would be more efficient if things, if people were out of the way.
All right. So it sounds like social, and it sounds like we already know the social connection is Cross Hells. Or I suppose really the connection is coming from Anya, but the person that you are going to sort of negotiate with is Cross Hells. So that really just leaves us with the engagement roll. So you start with 1 dice for sheer luck. Does this plan's detail expose a vulnerability of the target or hit them where they are weakest?
I don't think so. I think it's just like a regular old business transaction.
yeah.
Is the target strongest against this approach, or do they have particular defenses or special preparations? No, I don't think so either. Hello, hello. Sorry, seeing people join. Welcome. We are just planning our next little score here in Blades in the Dark. High return. Good stuff. Can any of your friends or contacts provide aid or insight for this operation?
I think Anya did.
Anya did, yeah. Are any enemies or rivals interfering with this operation?
Hopefully not anymore.
I think you don't lose any dice for this one. Yeah, for reasons. Are there any other elements that you want to consider? This is not a lower tier target, but I don't think that you're at any sort of like real disadvantage here because of that. So it sounds like there's 2 dice, unless anyone has anything else that they think that should affect the dice pool. All right, then someone can go ahead and give me an engagement roll.
2
Uh,
dice.
Wait, wouldn't it be 3? Because don't we get 1 for free?
Yes,
And then
and you had friends.
Oh, did we not have another one? No, you're right. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought we had one more for some reason.
Oh,
got
I forgot to ask the question about, is this particularly bold and daring?
It doesn't feel very bold or daring.
No, it feels pretty
Okay.
pedestrian.
That's fair.
This is a Tuesday for us.
All right. Well then, yes, 2 dice.
2 dice. 5.
Okay, cool. All right. Perfect. So you all make your way to the docks, and it's early morning, and there's sort of like a thin layer of mist sort of sitting over the edge of the water, and you see two things. You see who you can only assume is Crosshells, speaking with someone that you haven't seen before.
Does
Uh,
Cross Hells look like a Cross Hells?
Cross is relatively tall, about 6'2", and has long, straight red hair that like reaches their hips. And they are dressed in a collared shirt, a vest, and fitted trousers with knee-high boots and a tricorn hat. They are speaking to a. Where are my other notes? They are. I put them in the wrong folder and now they're gone forever. They're there.
Wow.
They are speaking to another person who has a completely shaved head and is heavily tattooed, including like around their neck and their head and like all the way down their arms. They wear work boots and also a collared shirt and suspenders with like a thick gray coat over what they're wearing. And they appear to be having a sort of hushed conversation before the heavily tattooed person sort of comes your way, and passes by you, gives you a look up and down before continuing on.
Oh, good morning.
Hello.
We were hoping to speak to Cross Hells.
Over there.
Thank you.
Do you need a secretary or something? I'm sure we can find one.
No, I just wanted to be polite.
Ah, it's interesting.
Is it?
What business do you have with Cross?
Just hoping to do some business. What was your name?
Jira.
Caspian Hastings.
A pleasure. And they extend a hand to you.
I do a very limp handshake.
Are any of you carrying anything? Like, are any of you very obviously peddling product?
No.
Oh yeah, we didn't choose our loads.
No, I don't even mean in terms of like load. Like, do you have things on you? Do you typically walk around with like product to sell?
I feel like yes.
I think Caspian has like a pocket full.
Okay.
Victor always has a
Jira
bandolier of stuff.
Jira slides a business card into your hand as they shake your hand.
Caspian feels it and doesn't look at it, just kind of nods and says, "Well, perhaps I'll see you again soon."
Great.
And then we'll go talk to Cross.
Have a good
Cool.
day.
Yes. And just keeps going. And Cross at this point has like turned and headed back to their ship.
Oh, good morning.
Oh, hello? Can I help you? Are you looking for something?
We were looking for Cross Hells, and I believe we found them.
Indeed. Jeez. A lot of people are looking for me this morning. wouldn't have to do with the book.
Alas, it would. I'm sorry to pester you, but we were hoping to put our hat in the ring, as it were, to broker this dealing.
Well, I'm afraid your chance to get involved just walked away. I am sorry. Jira wants to forge a relationship with the Leviathan Hunters as a sort of our official broker when it comes to goods and things of that nature at this point, and we're inclined to say yes. I mean, nearly a hold on the entire contraband market in the entire city is good news for us.
I suppose I would encourage you to think more expansively in terms of the I don't know, the variety of people that you deal with. I, for one, believe that variety is the spice of life, as they say.
Well, I mean, Jira drives a pretty hard bargain, and I mean, they have the weight to back it up. What are you throwing in the ring, as it were?
Did we see what the business card, who their business was?
I didn't look at it, which maybe I should have.
Great.
And I don't want to pull it out now.
Can you just repeat what you just said, Bran?
Yeah, which part?
They were just asking, like, what can we do for them? Or
Yeah, essentially, like, what are you throwing in the ring? Like, why should I consider you?
Eden, did you say something?
Yeah, I just said that's a good question.
We're a
What do we have?
We're a well-rounded team with a variety of talents and a familiarity with the book in question.
And expansive is very good. But you wouldn't want your dealings to be too far reaching or too far known, if you know what I mean. Under certain eyes, a smaller group can operate.
A group with a hold of the entire contraband market in Duskfall probably draws significantly more eyes than a group who is able to operate discreetly.
Well, you make some good points, but listen, I have to be really honest with you. I'm inclined to take Jira up on the offer simply for the access to materials. It sounds like you all are an interesting bunch of people who this city, I'm sure, will appreciate your talents. But I'm just not sure that, I mean, I'm interested in getting my hands on this book. If someone were to find it before Jira, I would be inclined to send Jira their way, or potentially to do business with them myself. But at this point, to fall in bad graces with the Hive would be detrimental.
I understand. I don't know if you have use for any sort of recreational substances, but we do have some that I would be willing to offer you for free as a token of goodwill.
Sure. You're confident.
Yes.
How do you already have the book?
I'm not at liberty to share that information with you at this time.
It was because I'm under the impression that the Wraiths are in possession of the book. And unless you have a way to quickly get it to them, get it from them, rather, drugs are nice and all, but this doesn't seem like, again, it's worth the risk.
I suppose all I can say is that we have information and we have ways of dealing that are advantageous in this situation.
Is this an attempt to potentially sway?
Yeah.
Go ahead and make me roll.
Yeah. I'll push myself.
Okay, awesome.
How does helping work?
Yeah.
I think at this point, Victor, I would say that you definitely have helped in this situation, and
It's like you roll to determine if they get to add another. I think.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the page, which I thought I just had open. There we go. No, sorry. You take 1 stress to give them an additional die.
Yeah, I think Victor was trying to help when
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So that's another one. And then I think, yeah, this is risky and standard.
2.
Oof. That's rough.
Yeah, it is.
How many did you roll?
3. I got 2 1s and a 2.
Damn.
That's homophobic.
I think Cross looks you up and down and says, listen, words are nice and all, but I am going to need a little bit more than that. I'd be putting myself in. I don't know if you realize. Sorry, to back up. I'm pretty young to be in the position that I'm in. I really don't want to mess that up.
I understand.
If you can pull this off, if you can convince me that you can pull this off, I can connect you with Jira. I think they're interested in having someone else involved anyway. You work with them.
I believe the convincing has already been done, but thank you. And I'll pull the business card out between my 2 fingers and hold it up.
All right. Yeah. Okay. You can make another sway, this time from a desperate position, but still standard effect.
Cool. I'll push myself 1 more time because this is important.
Okay.
6.
Ah, yes. Also, don't forget you get that sweet, sweet XP.
Sweet XP.
Okay, yeah. They look at you and say, I'm sure you could catch them. And if you can provide them with the contact they need, then I'd be happy to throw you a little something under the table. Jira doesn't have to know.
I'll hold up my hand for a handshake.
They extend toward you and do so. And sort of like say like, okay, now go before Jira is gone.
It was a pleasure meeting you. And then I'll yeet out of there.
Yeah.
Caspian is sweating.
Have a great day.
Yes. No, I'm just kidding. Cross says you as well. Before
Thank you.
turning to head back. All right. Are you
I want to look
chasing
at the
after?
business. Yes, but
Yeah.
also I want to look at the business card.
It does say Jira Maha, the hive under it, and it has sort of just like a little honeycomb like
Mhm.
symbol underneath the hive.
Yeah, let's go get them. Or catch up to them.
Yeah. Are you like running?
Like a brisk.
Clem is not running.
Good. Yeah, you're able to catch Jira before you make it to the end of the docks. They are walking away though.
Jira,
Oh. You have something, you need something? Was Cross not interested in whatever silly offer you had to make?
I'll hold up the business card again. Should I take this to mean that you might perhaps be interested in a collaborator?
Oh. Interested in working with anyone who's selling goods in the city. I'd like to keep tabs on folks of that nature, but if you have something to offer me, I'd be interested.
We have intimate knowledge of the item to be brokered.
Interesting. You you work with the Wraiths.
You could say that.
And they know you're here?
Not quite. Can you say that again? I didn't hear you. Oh no.
Yeah, your audio's gone. And
Yeah.
raisins from
If
Bugs.
anyone ever wants a free sample of our product, I definitely have a few of those. You know, like the free samples you get from like Sephora. Got some of those.
Uh-huh.
You're doing great, Caspian.
Caspian is trying so hard. He's running, and Clem is like, I'm not running. Like, I don't care. I don't care if a deal is on the table. I'm not running.
No, I just I did my side of the
Yeah.
Off and then back on again because I'm a
All
dumbass.
is well.
Mistakes happen.
Um,
It's all good.
Sorry about that, folks.
You're good.
Okay. We were with Jira.
The Wraiths do not know that we're here, and I kind
Okay.
of lied about us working with them.
Which is funny because right before I cut out completely, you cut out for me. So I was like, wait, what was that? And then you were like, I didn't hear what you said.
They asked if the Wraiths knew that we were here, and I was like, no, they don't know.
Okay. Interesting. Are you interested in screwing them over a little bit?
Could be fun.
And the rest of you? Interested in screwing over the Wraiths?
Sounds good to us.
Yes.
I'm
Sounds
just-
fun.
I'm just here for the ride.
So,
Mal, what was that?
oh, I said I just kind of go where they tell me.
Oh. Okay. Well, in that case, yeah, I have no interest in doing business with the Wraiths, but I would like to secure this sale and essentially cut them out of it. So if you wouldn't mind being the one to get the book from them and get it to me so that I can carry out the rest of the sale.
Oh no.
Oh, did we lose Bran again?
I think we might have.
I believe so. Right to the juicy offer.
Resistance is how that ended.
I'll extend my hand and say it's a deal.
They go to shake your hand and then in turn make sure to shake the hand of each of you.
Victor extends his
Uh,
fully bandaged hand.
They like sort of hesitate for a moment because they're like, is it broken? Like, and then just kind of gingerly take your hand and shake yours a bit softer than anyone else's.
Mal just extends the bony hand with the protruding bone. It's not getting better for that person. It's actually getting worse.
Now, my kind
Uh,
person, you said you were payment how much? I didn't quite catch that number.
I believe I'll pay you for as successful as you are. Out of what I make off of this deal, if that's all right with you.
Uh, just curious about a range. I understand. Just asking. Forget.
Well, I appreciate the curiosity and I understand. But yes, I think unless you have any questions or anything, I mean, you're free to reach me at any time. Can send word when
What-
you've got the book.
Where should we find you usually?
The ciphers usually know where to find me.
Okay.
They're pretty good about getting a message to just about anyone. Pretty secure, too.
Oh.
They only chat amongst themselves, typically.
Okay.
Great. I think we may end it here tonight.
Mhm.
But I'm thinking this will be sort of like a linked plan sort of score. So we'll stay in the same score as you go to like essentially negotiate with the wraiths at this point,
Mhm.
having like set yourselves up
Mhm.
with this conversation.
Great.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Cool beans. Thanks so much, everyone. Sorry for the audio issues there at the end, but thanks for sticking with us. I had a wonderful time. Oh boy, one moment actually.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Yeah, that's it. That's we're ending the
No
stream
rating.
now. Yeah, that's what I wasn't sure about.
Incredible.
But yes, thanks so much. I hope everyone had a wonderful time. We will do our little XP tracking and adding up after this, but we will see you all in 2 weeks to see what happens next.
Hmm.
All right. Bye everyone.
Have a good night, everyone.
Bye.